If you are looking for a way to build a business that actually lets you set your own hours, sometimes all it takes is the right recipe and a sharp blade to slice through it. Cold process artisan soap making is a craft you can master from your own kitchen. It relies on accessible raw ingredients, allowing you to build a scalable product line where you control the quality and markup of every bar produced. In this guide, we are going to map out the exact step-by-step chemical process, break down realistic minimum costs, and give you the strict equipment checklist you need to launch this business. This tutorial removes the mystery from the startup phase, giving you a clear set of instructions to move directly from planning into production. A $500 minimum budget covers basic equipment, raw materials, packaging, and permits. Before touching ingredients, secure non-negotiable safety gear, goggles and rubber gloves. Next, production tools. You need a digital kitchen scale, immersion blender, heat-proof jugs, and a silicone mold. Here is a critical rule. Once you designate these tools for soap making, they can never be used for food preparation again. Strict separation prevents cross-contamination. You also have to check what your tools are made of. When the chemical lye reacts with aluminum, it creates a toxic, explosive gas. You must only use silicone, plastic, or stainless steel. Respecting this $500 budget and enforcing strict safety boundaries from day one creates a professional foundation. It prevents costly, dangerous mistakes during your first few batches. Now we get to the chemistry. The catalyst for all real soap is sodium hydroxide, commonly known as lye. Because it is highly reactive, every ingredient must be measured exactly by weight, never by volume. This diagram illustrates the most important safety protocol in soap making. You always pour the dry lye crystals directly into the water. If you pour water into the dry lye, it can trigger a dangerous, explosive volcano reaction. As soon as they mix, you will see an intense thermal reaction that gives off heat and fumes. Stir it gently until dissolved, then set the container in a well-ventilated area to cool. While the lye water cools, you can prepare your base oils. A good bar requires a specific balance of solid fats like coconut oil or shea butter and liquid fats like olive oil. Apply low heat to melt the solid oils first. Once they are fully liquid, take the pot completely off the heat source before stirring in your room temperature liquid oils. Now we wait for temperature matching. These two thermometers show both the lye solution and the oil mixture hitting around 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius. Achieving this specific equilibrium, where both liquids are within 10 degrees of each other, is the mandatory prerequisite. Only then can the chemical transformation into soap successfully begin. Step 1 of mixing. Combine your liquids. To prevent trapping unwanted air bubbles in your oils, gently pour the cooled lye solution straight down the shaft of your immersion blender. Turn the blender on in short bursts. Emulsify the separated oils in lye water, pulling them together into a unified, creamy batter. You are looking for a visual indicator called trace. When you lift the blender out and the batter leaves a thin, visible ribbon resting on the surface, the saponification process has officially started. Hitting trace means it is the exact, safe moment to mix in custom essential oils or color additives to personalize your product. Next, pour the finished batter directly into your silicone mold. Give the mold a firm tap on the counter to force any trapped air pockets up to the surface. Now, the immediate hardening timeline begins. Let the soap rest undisturbed in the mold for 48 hours. After that, it will be solid enough to unmold and slice into bars. Finally comes the long-term curing phase. The cut bars must sit on a rack in a dry area for 4 to 6 weeks so the excess water can fully evaporate. This required patience during the cure transforms a soft, temporary emulsion into a hard, long-lasting bar with a shelf life of up to 2 years. In just over a month, you have taken basic, raw ingredients and converted it into a premium retail product entirely from scratch. We have covered the 3 pillars of a successful launch: sticking strictly to the $500 startup budget, adhering to the mandatory tool and safety checklists, and following the exact chemical steps for saponification. Now it is time for you to take the next step. Gather your initial gear, respect the safety boundaries, and get started on your very first batch. Taking immediate action on this roadmap is the specific step that turns these instructions into an active production line.